I'm excited to talk about this. We did Kikassia, we did the Hats Off interview, so we kind of have paused a lot of our normal just EJ and Frankie topic discussion for a couple of weeks. So we're a little bit behind on some of the major headlines, but there's a few we want to get to today. And one of them was a number of channels, YouTube channels, got hacked. And the channels included GameXplain, Linus Tech Tips, Corridor Crew. I don't know them.
How embarrassing is it if you're Linus Tech Tips,
right,
and you're getting hacked?
Oh, Chris Bors. He was another one.
Oh yeah. Oh.
Somehow I got fucking hacked.
If you're depressed, it's probably linked to video games. Put the video games down.
So I hear this, right, and I go, wow, there's a rash of hacks. On this must be a really sophisticated, targeted thing. I mean, these are big channels, right?
Yeah.
And I think, hey, don't get so high and mighty, Frankie. Like, you don't want to, nobody, whenever you say like, oh, I couldn't get hacked or something, you'll be the next person to get hacked, right? But then I'm like, I just want to know how this went down. And to my delight, GameXplain was transparent enough. They explained exactly what happened. And it turns out this is the same case for pretty much all of them.
Leave it to GameXplain to over-explain. Was it like a 3-hour video on 5 minutes of content?
So it's a fucking phishing attempt.
Of course.
And you might say like, well, maybe it's a really good phishing attempt. Well, technically no like in my opinion, no phishing attempt is all that good, because at the end of it, like, yeah, email's not super secure, right? You can set a different reply to, and there's all but generally speaking, with like DNS protections like DMARC and, and DKIM and stuff, and just checking the header, which you should do before you start exchanging any kind of information with somebody. Yeah, in this case, it was like the attackers reached out via email impersonating a well-known video game company and offering a sponsorship deal. So they got them with the sponsorship deal. This approach exploited the trust that creators often place in potential sponsors. Well, there's your problem right there.
A life hack. Don't have any sponsors.
Yeah, don't do it. Don't make money off of this stuff.
Do it for the love of the game.
The attackers used a fake domain name that was not associated with the actual video game company. This was overlooked during the initial screening of the email. I have launched a phishing campaign or two in my life to try to train people. And it's like the number one thing. The number one thing is like, is that zoom.com or is that zoom-update.com? Once you get in that mode, though, you're good. And emails formatting language were slightly off. They always would be. Right. I didn't see the emails or anything, but typically you see, I guess I'm just doing cybersecurity education for our audience at this point.
Yes.
There's a warped image or something.
Yeah. We've all had those classes. Maybe because they're content creators, they don't do the classes for themselves.
Yeah, well, we're going to talk about that a little, because like obviously they need to get educated here. After brief email correspondence, the attacker sent a PDF attachment.
Oh, there it is. The PDF.
You see these all the time, right? Like you launch the PDF, and then the PDF contains a hyperlink, and that hyperlink takes you to the malicious website. But you trusted the PDF for some reason. This is a common tactic, because PDFs are often perceived as secure and professional. Yeah, included a link to a contract file, which was claimed to contain further details. Clicking the link downloaded another file. And then that file was malware, and then you executed the malware. I'm just trying to say, like, they didn't use like AI. They didn't use like nobody got deep faked. This is the classic stuff.
Yeah, I mean that like 100% of hacks are just phishing attempts. And
well, yeah, you hear about like the oil pipeline or whatever, and you're always like, man, what happened? And it's like a fish. It's a fucking like. It's like something like 89% of attacks. So the malware was a token stealer. So that makes, so it stole their login tokens for Google. Because my thought was like, well, shouldn't two-factor authentication or two-step authentication prevent this sort of thing? Well, no, not if it steals the token from the browser remembers you from the last time you logged in, and you just grab that and log in forever. Specifically targeted active session tokens from the user's browser or system. So that gets around two-factor, obviously, and I think two-factor is pretty much like required for everybody at this point. So red flag number 3, the icon for the file did not look like a standard PDF icon, which could have been a warning sign. I know what this looked like. I've seen this before. Yeah, the malware accessed the user's browser or application where their Google session tokens were stored, and then they were able to impersonate the user from there. And then they went in and changed the recovery email, changed the phone number, all that good stuff. And then the question is, like, what's the end game for these hacks? They rebrand the whole thing. They change out the profile image. They change the name of it. And they start pumping out AI deepfake videos of Elon Musk hawking cryptocurrency.
That's so funny. It's like obvious like stuff, but yeah, that's funny.
Well, you went through all this trouble to hack Linus Tech Tips, and the best you could do was some Elon Musk AI.
Hello, I want you to buy some crypto from this website.
I don't have a sense for like just how many people have access to the channel itself. You would have to have stolen the token from somebody who's an admin for the channel. I don't know if it's like a dedicated, in some of their cases, it's a dedicated account for the channel. But like in many cases, you can create multiple users and they have different levels of access to the channel. But I would say the more money and the more valuable your channel is, the fewer people should have access to it. Right. So I think of like Mr. Beast, right? A video by Mr. Beast is valued at how many millions of dollars? You know, it's a lot of, like, that YouTube channel is basically a bank. And you should guard it like a bank. I would say like the only people that should have like upload or admin privs, it should be like, what do you think? 2 people?
Yeah, you should restrict who's actually uploading the videos to the bare minimum.
Yeah.
Keep that funnel, keep the point of failure very small.
Yeah.
But I wonder how many people did have access. That was probably a few.
Like, there should only be a key or 2 that can get into that thing. And that computer that you're accessing it from should also have like be encrypted and
those people who do have access should be getting that training and make sure that's
I bring it up because like I think if these were traditional businesses, these would be kind of givens. There'd be IT staff and they would, you know, but I think when it's like when it's content creators and they're doing it from their apartments, like it gets a little loosey-goosey.
And it's kind of silly because a lot of these companies, they get way more views than even mainstream media. Like they get more views than like CNN.
You think CNN's not running like CrowdStrike on all their computers?
Of course. Yeah. So it's a weird thing where they have more eyes on them, but they're almost acting like small, mom and pop shops, basically.
Way less professional. I saw one of them was the Supreme Court of India's YouTube channel. They got hacked. The official YouTube channel of the Supreme Court of India was breached. The hackers used the platform to promote a cryptocurrency scam.
Hello, people of India. It is me, Elon Musk. When I'm done with Doge, I promote this wonderful coin.
I don't know who Corridor Crew is, but same thing. Every one of them, it was deep fake videos of prominent figures discussing cryptocurrencies. Does this fucking work? Maybe it works. Maybe they're targeting like international viewers or something.
Maybe. Yeah. Or I don't even know.
Somebody was saying, they were like, you used to try to protect grandma from scams. Now you got to protect Linus from scams. Yeah, they should be embarrassed is my point. There's a little bit of like a thing of like, hey, it happened to a lot of us and who knows how it happened. And it's like, I know how it fucking happened. You got fished, bitch. Mm-hmm. I wonder, I didn't read in any of them. Did they go into your Google AdSense and redirect your ad money to, that would be the move, is redirect your ad money quietly without doing anything else, just an offshore bank or something. I wonder why they didn't do that. Instead, they went for the Elon Musk deepfakes.
Phishing's not that sophisticated. You don't have to be that smart to fool people. But
well, maybe the logic is like, in the short amount of time that we're going to get away with this, because it's going to be really high profile and we're going to, it's going to stop in the 2 days or whatever. Maybe like there's just way more money in getting a bunch of people to sign up for a crypto scam.
TeslaTreeBot.net is our bot, after which everyone who invested their cryptocurrency will be able to receive exactly 30% of dividends every.
I just don't see how that would happen. But I don't know.
Maybe if you're targeting other Nigerians or something, I don't know, and they're like, Elon Musk, he's rich. But anyway, I heard that you have to tweet YouTube and then they'll help you. That's the way you solve. Like, you don't go through an email or you tweet them and then they're like, we're on it, and they publicly deal with it.
Well, it's probably because your fan base will probably dogpile onto it and it escalates the thing.
Well, if you're a well-known media personality on YouTube, they probably should like prevent fraud or help prevent. I wonder, are there any better safeguard? Like the fact malware can steal active session tokens quite so easily. That's kind of shouldn't those session tokens be encrypted or something? And then the fact that the session token gets you into every single YouTube, like Google app that exists, like Drive, AdSense, YouTube, Gmail. Right. It's kind of a big issue there. But anyway, I thought it was very interesting that all these fuckers got hacked. Yeah. I think we need a cybersecurity for rage baiters or something.
I hate to say it, Mr. Beast. I saw a couple pictures of him recently where he was kind of like on this island-like setting, kind of Epstein Island.
Subscribe to Red Cow Entertainment on Patreon for full episodes every other week.